This next trick we actually have an extra person. They're not in the studio. They're down the line. John, who in the studio are you using for this trick?
We can use Jeremy and we can use John again.
They're both going to be used again. We also have one extra person. Emma, can you hear us down the line?
I can hear you very well, Reece. Yes, how are you?
I'm very good. Thank you very much for joining us on Pythagoras' Trousers this evening. I don't know whether you were following that the trick that John has just done here in the studio or not. But his next trick's going to involve you. So, John, would you like to explain?
Yeah, sure. What we're going to do, this is going to be a card trick without any cards, if that makes any sense.
Right. A card trick without any cards?
Which clearly it doesn't. So, Reece, you're going to be playing the role of the phony lister, so I'll take the headphones off in a minute. Okay?
Yes, so when John takes the headphones off, that means he will not be able to hear what Emma tells me over the phone.
Right, John Chase, just write the name. I've just got 3 business cards here. Just write the name of any card on the back of that, on the other side. Of that business card, okay?
So we've got a business card which is...
You can just write the digit and then a letter for the suit, okay?
So we've got a business card.
Don't let me see what it is.
John Chase is writing the name of any card from a pack of cards. It can be anything he likes onto the card, and he's keeping that to himself. Okay, what happens next?
Right, and then if you don't show me that, better hand me the pen. Jeremy, if you can do the same thing, please.
So Jeremy's taking the second business card. And I've been given the third business card. Now I'm guessing what's going to happen here is in a moment we're going to get John to take your headphones off, and we're going to get Emma to name me any card from a deck that she wants, and I'm going to write that down on behalf of Emma. So Emma, don't tell me your card of choice yet. John's now taking his headphone off. It's now we're just trying to work out how to make the pen work. Right, okay, it's now safe for you to tell me what card you'd like me to write down. So any card you want.
I think I would like the 8 of clubs if that hasn't been taken already.
I have no idea what's been taken already, I'm afraid. Can you just say that once again, just because I wasn't quite sure I heard it right?
I would like the 8 of clubs, please, Reece.
Okay. Okay. Right, and John, there's your pen.
Lovely. And can we just, John, can you just collect those 3 business cards together and give them a bit of a mix-up?
Yeah.
So we don't know who's got which one. Okay.
So we're now handing all the cards to John Chase, who has
give him a mix.
Complete control, and he's shuffling.
Let's hope he does a better job than the way you on in the last one. Okay. Right, so I've got the cards now. I can't see what's on them. Okay, that's fair enough. Okay.
I can confirm that.
Okay, so all we're going to do, I'm going to look at the top one, and I'm going to try and figure out, based on, well, slightly easier with the 2 guys in the room, but also based on Emma on the phone, I'm going to try and figure out who actually did what.
Okay, so the first card you've turned over
is 4 of diamonds.
4 of diamonds.
Okay. Now 4 of diamonds, let's think. Some interesting things come in now, so things like psychology and also things like probability come in. Now, interestingly enough, the first colour that most people go for is red. Okay.
Okay.
So that will tell me, well, it could be, for example, let's think. Could this be? I think it's John or it's Jeremy. I don't think it's Emma. I don't think she would have gone for 4 of diamonds. So I'm going to go maybe Jeremy. Was that one yours?
That indeed was mine.
That was yours. Okay, so let's try the next one.
Okay, now we're down to a 50-50 chance now, of course.
Right, so this one says Ace of Clubs. Now, what I'd like to say is it's clearly in the girl's handwriting, so that's Emma's, but it turns out to be Reece's handwriting. But again, if we look at what the cards people would typically go for, if you take a male to female split, ladies tend to go for things like queens, but also for high-powered cards, okay? And they tend to go for black cards. So 8 of clubs, I'd say that's Emma.
Emma, John hasn't put his headphones back on yet, but so he won't be able to hear your answer. But there we go. Now, was that your card?
That was indeed my card.
It was indeed.
Right, so that leaves us with John Chase. Now, obviously, it's not going to take a mind reader to tell me that that's your card. But based on what we got there, we've got a 4 of diamonds and an 8 of clubs. I think you've gone for a red card. And I also think it's a diamond. I think it's probably either the 8 or 9 of diamonds.
He's looking stunned, so I think you might be right.
Can I go home now?
Okay, I'm going to just take this card and have a look. It's the 9 of diamonds.
It's the 9 of diamonds. Okay.
Whoa. Outstanding.
There we go.
I really still don't have any words.
Very, very impressive. Are you allowed to let us into any mathematical hints about how that one works?
It's a mixture of... as I say, things like probability. The interesting thing is when you get people to think of cards, it puts them under pressure. People tend to go for particular cards. So aces obviously go first of all. Diamonds go well. It's not often that people pick clubs, strangely enough. The most popular cards are things like the Ace of Spades, the Ace of Clubs, obviously, but also the Queen of Hearts as well.
Okay, so it's down to a bit of psychology.
Some of it as well. It's easier when there's people in the studio, because when people are trying not to give something away, particularly if they're looking very deadpan at people, like what John was, they can start to actually give things away by the fact they're actively trying not to give things away. So again, that's a mixture of not just mathematics, but a bit of other science as well. And to say, I'm an engineer, I'm a systems engineer, and it's a multidisciplinary approach that we take to doing things. It's kind of a mixture of different approaches and different techniques.
Okay, well, we've got one more trick. Emma, thank you very much for joining us down the line for that one.
Thanks very much,
you're welcome to stay on the line and take part in this next trick.
Hang on, Emma. Can we try one more thing with you?
Yeah, sure.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Right. I want you to. Right. I want you to think of a card. Okay. Any card at all. Can you say out loud for me? Can you count from 1 to 13, please? Have you got a card in mind, first of all?
I do have a card in mind. Do you want me to count out loud or in my head?
Out loud, preferably.
Okay.
Just from 1 to 13.
Yeah.
Okay, here it goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
That's far enough.
10.
That's fine.
That's far enough, apparently.
Can you say clubs, hearts, spades, and diamonds out loud, please?
Clubs, hearts, spades, diamonds.
Right. Okay.
So John is now writing on the back of another card to see whether he's...
What was your card, Emma?
My card was the 3 of hearts.
The 3 of hearts. You sure about that?
Absolutely certain.
If I've got, for example, a 3 but not a 3 of hearts, will you still be impressed?
I would be impressed, because originally I thought diamonds.
What about if I've got a heart, not necessarily a 3?
Yeah, I would be impressed.
So less impressive, really, isn't it? He's written the 3 of hearts, though, so I think we ought to be impressed.
Well, really very
okay,
good.
that was very impressive. I think that deserves a round of applause.